Tervetuloa seuraamaan AI Dungeonia. Ja tänään mä toivon, että kun mä oon nyt lokkautunut sisälle, mä toivon, että se nyt on vähän parempi. Mä teen tänään saman jutun kuin mä tein viimeksi, koska mä en tiedä millä mä voin jatkaa mun hienoa vanhaa juttuuni. Ja mä en tiedä millä niitä community tämmösiä juttuja haetaan. Niin me otetaan taas noppa esille ja heitetään taas. Hetkinen. Onko tämä kenties... Ei. Pois. Noniin. Meinasin tehdä. Mä luulen, että mä olisin voinut jatkaa, mutta ei sitä. Noin. Ota uudelleen. Okei, eli sama juttu käskettäänkin. Mä otan täältä nopat esille. Joku siitä jo huomauttikin, että olen pelannut tabletoppeja ennenkin, kun mulla on noppia. Ja... Joo, kaikennäköistä tullut pelattua ja sitten mä pelaan tosiaan mun pojan kanssa kaikennäköistä, niin täytyy olla nopat mukana. Plus se, että mun tulee autossa tylsää, niin mä kehittelen jotain erikoisia pelejä. Anyway, katsotaan. Me tarvitaan joku 7. Meillä ei ole 7. Otamme 8. Hetkinen, miksi? Postaa toi pois. Heitämme noppaa ja katsomme mitä tulee. Meille tuli vissiin 9, meille on niin pitkällä. Kokeilla suurelle. Meille tuli 4. Apokalyptik, ilmeisesti. Meillä eikö toi 4? Vai menikö se on hukkaan, kun se meni punaiseksi? En tiedä. Heitä uudelleen. No nyt se ainakin on 4. Eli, noin, otetaan toi maailmanloppu. Mitä se ehdottaa meille? Okei, 3. Me tarvitaan nyt sitten taas. Tää on mun mielestä paljon hauskempaa tällä aikaa, että siitä tulee jotain, mä yritän mennä sitten sen mukaan. Katsotaan. Heitetään noppaa. Heitetään vielä kerran. Mikä tuli? 3. Jos tossa. Eli lähetti. Selvä! Mitä muihin mä en sit tarvikaan. Mikä sun nimessä on? Mä otin viimeksi jonkun ihan äärettömän hauskan, niin kai me jatketaan samalla jutulla. Äärettömän hauskan. Mä otan suoraan vaan. Marcus. Mennään sillä. Okei. Tästä se mennään sitten taas. You are Marcus, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a parcel of letters and a small pistol. It's a long and dangerous road from Boston to Charleston. En tiedä, lausun väärin. But you are one of the only people who knows the roads well enough to get your parcels of letters there. You set out in the morning and make your way through the abandoned city, carefully avoiding any potential danger. You pass by crumbling buildings, overgrown streets, sometimes hearing a distant sound of scavengers or wild animals. As you move through the desolate landscape, you come across a group of raiders who seem to have taken up residence in an old gas station. Tässä mä just haluaisin muka tehdä. Mä yritän hiipiä siitä ohittavaa. Kyllä. Do. Katsotaan. Joo, do. Trying to sneak past them. Noin. En mä halua järjää. You decide to try and sneak past a group of raiders without being seen. You move carefully, trying to stay low and out of sight as you make your way towards a nearby alleyway that will take you around the gas station. Unfortunately, just as you are about to slip into alley, one of the raiders spots you and alerts the others. Well, shit. Mitäs mä sitten teen? Mut on nähty. You... Hetken, missä se menee? Hetken, you happened... Tehdään vielä. Do you know anyone by the name hetken. Do you know anyone by the name of mä en osaa taas kirjoittaa yhtään. Wesley by any chance? The raiders seem taken aback by your sudden question and pause for a moment, looking at each other in a confused... Vittu, mä osaan tämän. Mä osaan tämän niin hyvin. One of them steps forward, a grizzled man with scar across his cheek. Why do you want to know? He demands, his hand resting on his hilt of his weapon. You hold up a parcel of letters. Hitto viekö. Mä en oikein tiedä, että puhuinko mä itteni ongelmista ulos vai ongelmiin. Well, I happen to have a parcel for him somewhere. Tiedäs mitä noin, mä en ole varmaan, että jos toi tietokone ei käsit sitä, mitä mä kirjoitan. Somewhere. Mä bluffaan. For him. From his mother. Mä kuolen. Voi. The man eyes you suspiciously before nodding towards one of his companions. Check it out, he says, gesturing towards the parcel. The raider takes the parcel from you and begins riffling through it, checking the contents. After a moment, he nods to his leader and hands the parcel back to you. Looks like it's legit. Mä vaan continue, koska mä en halua sanoa mitään. Hetkinen. Tossa. The scarred raider steps forward again, his hand still on his weapon. All right, you can go. But if you ever come back this way, make sure you have something worthwhile to trade. We're always looking for new goods. You nod, relieved to have gotten out of this situation unscathed. Mitä mä selvisin tästä? Vai luoja tietää? Okay. With the parcel still in your hand, you continue on your journey towards the Tarstown. As you walk, you think about the encounter with the raiders and wonder what other dangers lie ahead. Suddenly you hear a sound of footsteps behind you. Mä käännyn katsomaan. I turn around to have a look. Mä kirjoitin itse asiassa päin. No, samassa. You turn around to have a look. You quickly turn around, your hand instantly reaching for your pistol. You see a lone figure walking towards you. Their hands raised in peaceful gesture. As the figure gets closer, you can see that it's an older woman dressed in worn but clean clothing. She has a small bag on her back and tired look on her face. Ollaan nyt. Hello? The woman smiles wearily at you. Hello there, she replies, her voice hoarse. A horse one. Anyway. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be traveling alone. Mind if I join you for a bit? You consider the request for a moment, weighing the potential danger against the potential benefits of having company on the road. Finally, you nod. Oikeesti. Okei, no kai mä sit olin, että selvä, tuu mukava, koska miksei. Kaikki voi luottaa. Sure you can walk with me, you say. Just keep your guard up, it's not safe out here. The woman nods in agreement and falls into step beside you. As you walk, you start to make small talk, asking her where she's from and where she's headed. Okay, jatketaan. The woman tells you that she's from a small settlement not too far from the Boston, and that she's headed to Charleston in search for a lost family member. She doesn't seem to have much in the way of supplies or weapons, but she seems to kind and trustworthy. Se pistää mua puukolle jossain vaiheessa. Mä vaan tiedän sen. Mä kysyn siltä. You don't happen to have any kind of weapon on you? Anything? I mean... No, kysytään. Mä menisin pistää siihen jotain, mutta mä en oo nyt oikein jaksanut keskittyä siihen. Okei. You ask a woman if she has any kind of weapon on her just to be safe. She shakes her head sadly. No, I'm afraid not. I had to leave everything behind when I left my settlement. Just this bag with some food and water. You're not simply understanding how difficult it can be to survive in the world without the proper tools. Well, poop. Ja jatkuu. You offer the woman your spare knife. I had a knife? You remember that you have a spare knife in your pack and offer it to a woman. Here, take this, you say, handing her knife. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. The woman looks gratefully as she takes the knife from you. Thank you. And please don't stab me with it. When I'm pissusami in my sleep. Koska miksei? You try to make a joke, lighting the mood and alleviate any tension between you and the woman. She chuckles softly and shakes her head. I won't, I promise. You seem like a decent person. Oi pojat, sä oot ihan väärässä seurassa sit toiseksi. Se ei ollut vitsi. Mä en oikeasti toivo, että sä et lyö mua sillä puukolla, kun mä nukun. You both continue walking towards Charleston, keeping an eye out of any potential dangers along the way. Okay, continue. Jatketaan. Noniin. As you walk, you come across a small group of survivors huddled around a broken down vehicle. They seem to be arguing about something, and as you approach, one of them notices you and calls out for help. A group turns towards you, looking relieved that someone has come to their aid. Hetkinen. Okei, juu. Mä tarvitsen tietää. How can I be assistance? How can I be assistance? Hetkinen. Joo. Oh, is that a Honda? Mä haluan nähdä, mitä tää tietokone tekee siihen. Koska maailma voi loppua, mutta maailmasta ei lopu Honda ikinäkään. Ai vittu, mä haluaisin Civicin vielä, koska se oli niin... Se oli semmonen auto, että... You approach the group and notice that they are indeed huddled around a broken down Honda. You try to hide your excitement at the sight of the car, knowing how valuable it could be in this world. Ei sen takia, että se on arvokas, vaan sen takia, että mä osaan se korjata niitä. No, one of the survivors steps forward and explains that they're being trying to fix the car for days, but they don't have the right tools or parts. Have you checked the fuses? They the fuse box usually have rust on the bottom of it. And because of that, it doesn't want to start. Mä vedän nyt niin vitun liipalaapaa kuin vähänkin. Katos, mä tässä käy. You ask the survivors if they check the fuses in the car's fuse box, explaining that rust on the bottom of the fuse box can cause issues with starting the car. They look at you skeptically but decided to give a try. After some searching, they find a fuse box and examine it closely. Okei, jatketaan. Sitten saa se korjattua. Mä katsoin ihan muualla. Ne saa se joko korjattua, ne pääsee liikkeelle, tai sit tää meni jotenkin perseelle. To their surprise, they find rust on the bottom of the box, just like you said. They quickly clean it off and replace the blown fuse, and with turn of the key, the Honda roars to life. Mä voisin pitää, kun puhutaan Hondasta, mulla tulee mieleen semmonen 1/3 pieni hatchback Civicki koko ajan. Mä voisin pitää roars to life. The servers cheer and thank you for your help, offering to give you a ride to Charleston in exchange for assistance. No helkkari. Hyvä. Jatketaan. You thank the survivors for the offer, but political... Ei! Mä sanon Honda kyytiin. Explaining that you prefer to travel on foot. Kuka haluu? Ei ketään. Mä oon sun Honda kyyti. Voi vittu. They understand and wish you luck on your journey, offering any supplies they can spare. As you continue on your way, you can't help but feel a sense of pride at having helped those survivors get their car running again. Kyllä. Mä olisin voinut vetää ihan siis jonkun, että satana mä olisin voinut vetää hatusta jotain ihan järkyttävää vikaa, jotain sanokas nyt jotain männäpalotin jousi rikki tai jotain. No, mennään tällä. Oi voi. As you walk, you notice that the sun is beginning to set, casting an orange glow across the sky. You realize that it's time to start thinking about finding a place to rest for the night. You scan the area around you, searching for any signs of shelter and protection. Okay. You spot a small abandoned cabin off the distance. It looks like it's been left untouched for quite some time, but it's better than nothing. You make your way towards the cabin with women close behind. As you approach the cabin, you notice the door is slightly ajar. You reach for your weapon and casually push the door. Kaas paskan mare. Mä sanon suoraan. Hello. I'm here to deliver bad news. Your uncle... Mä kirjoitin väärin. Uncle... Samuel... Samuel J. Snake Eyes. Mitä mä taas teen? Snake Eyes has died. Mä olisin voinut mennä sieltä ja hiljaa sisään, mutta ei. You call out in the cabin trying to announce your presence in non-threatening way. Hello, I'm here to deliver bad news. Your uncle Samuel J. Snake Eyes has died. You say, hoping to ease any tension or fear that may be present. There's no response, so you cautiously step inside, the woman following close behind you. Okei. Se meni ihan niin perseelle, kuin mä kuvittelin. Huhhuh. The cabin is small and crammed with a musty smell that indicates it hasn't been lived in for quite some time. You glance around trying to get a sense of your surroundings. The furniture is old and worn, and cobwebs hang from the ceiling. As you make your way through the cabin, you notice a door that leads to the basement. Miksi mä halutais mennä basementtiin? Mulla on niin vähän noita pisteitä, että mä yritän. You approach the door and listen for sounds coming from the basement, but it's silent. You hesitate for a moment, wondering if it's safe to go down there, eikä here. But your curiosity gets the better of you, and you slowly make your way down the creaky stairs. Miksi? No mennään nyt sitten. The basement is dark and damp and musty. Smell is even stronger down here. You try to adjust your eyes to the darkness, but it's difficult to see anything at first. You fumble around for a light switch, but can't seem to find one. As you make your way through the basement, you beginning to notice strange markings on the walls. Closer on the markings. No kumminkin joku saakeli sarjamurhaaja tai juttui. Mistä sitä tietää? You move closer to the wall to get better look at the markings. They're crude and primitive, but also interesting and purposeful. You notice that they seem to form some kind of pattern or design, but it's difficult to tell what it is exactly. As you study and markings, you begin to feel a sense of unease. Mä kysyn sieltä muijalta yhtäkkiä, että tunnistaako se tätä? Do you... millas mä sanon pistä? Do you... Identify any of these markings? Noin. Mulla on väliin englanti niin ruosteessa, että tosikaan ei sillä voi mitään, se saa olla. You turn to the woman and ask if she can identify any of the markings. She shakes her head, indicating that she has no idea what they could mean. You continue to study the markings, trying to make sense of them. Suddenly you hear a faint whisper coming from somewhere in the basement. You freeze, trying to listen for sounds. Mä käytän taas mun voimaani puhua ääneen jotain. Hello? I know you are there. We come in peace, kyllä. I know you are there. We come in peace. And we prefer to live in peace if this is your basement. Mä en tiedä mitä mä oon tekemässä. Mä oon tekemässä kauheasti kaikkea. Mitäks kello näyttää? Kello näyttää hyvä. You call out in the darkness, hoping to make contact with whoever is down there. Hello, I know you are there. We come in peace, and we prefer to live in peace if this is your basement. Miten on sanonut muotoisa erillä samassa? You say. Trying to convey a sense of respect and diplomacy. No, sitähän mä just yritinkin. Jatketaan. Tiko sä et hyökkää joku. The whispering stops, and you wait in silence for a response. After a few moments you hear footsteps approaching. A figure emerges from the shadows, and you can see that it's an old man. He looks at you with suspicion and asks what you are doing in his basement. You explain that you have stumbled upon an abandoned cabin and decided to explore. Mä sanon niin kyllä. We mean you no harm. We were just looking for a shelter for the night. Totta kai mä yritän vähän selviytyä tässä pelissä. Okay. You explain, hoping to ease his suspicion. The old man eyes you barely for a moment before nodding. All right then, but you best be on your way in the morning, he grumbles. Fine by me. Continue. Tästä tulee saatana pitkä jakso, sillä ei voi mitään. No se mitä mä katkotaan sitä lyhyppiä piste 2, jos niiksi se tuntuu okei. You nod and thank him for his hospitality as you make your way back upstairs. You notice that the woman seems uneasy. Are you okay? You ask for her. I don't like this place, she whispers. There's something off about it. You nod in agreement but remind her that it's better than being out in the open with no shelter. Kyllä. You decide to set up camp in the cabin for a night and take turns keeping watch. As you settle in, you can't help but feel unease about the strange markings and the old man in the basement. You wonder what secrets this cabin may hold, and if you'll ever be able to unravel its mysteries. Don't care. Jatketaan. The night passes uneventfully with only a sounds of forest outside to keep you company. As dawn breaks, you and the woman gather your things and prepare to leave the cabin. You thank the old man once more for his hospitality and make your way back in the woods. As you walk, you can't shake the feeling that you are being watched. Mä vähän katson ympärille. Carefully look around. No. You carefully look around, scanning the trees underbush for a sign of movement, but you see nothing out of the ordinary. The forest is quiet except for the occasional bird call or rusting of the leaves in the wind. You shrug off the feeling of unease and continue on your journey, hoping to reach your destination without any further incidents. And then everything exploded. As you walk, the turn becomes steeper and more treacherous. You have to be careful not to slip on the loose rocks and gravel, and dense foliage makes it difficult to see more than a few feet ahead. Suddenly you hear a loud roar coming from up ahead. You freeze, trying to determine what could make such noise. Mä haluun kuunnella. You listen intently, trying to discern the source of the roaring sound. It seems to be getting louder and closer, and you can feel the ground beneath the vibrating with each below. You turn to the woman and motion for her to stay quiet. Slowly, you inch forward, trying to get a better look what's making the noise. Mä menen piiloon vähän. Go hiding and carefully carefully check what is coming. Se ei toimii niin, mutta mä kokeilen. You go hiding and carefully check what is coming. You quickly find a hiding spot behind a large rock formation and peek out to see what is making the roaring sound. As you watch, a massive creature comes into view. It's covered thick fur and has long, sharp claws and teeth. Its eyes are glowing with intense red light, and it seems to be sniffing the air as if searching for something. Muu tuli pirut mieleen, koska mä menen kieliposkella kaikki. Katsotaan, kuinka pitkälle let out a very foul smelling fart. Let out pistäs ton alkuun ensiksi. Making no sound. Let out a very foul smelling fart. Like rotten corpse with onions. Mitä vittua? En mä tiedä itsekään oikein, mitä mun päässäni liikkuu. En mä halua katsoa, mitä tähän tulee. Mua rupesi kyllästyttää toi normaali pelaaminen yhtäkkiä, mä ajattelin, hei, heitetään tämmöstä. You decided to make no sound and wait for the creature to pass, but suddenly you get an idea. You let out a very foul-smelling fart like a mixture of rotten corpse and onions. The smell fills the air and seems to catch a creature's attention. Se ei mennyt ihan niin kuin mä ajattelin. Mä ajattelin, että se olisi lähtenyt poispäin.